What's up, people? We are back with more of Sound of Drop. I know it's been a while since I've played this because I was sort of contemplating as to how I was going to approach trying to find all the 3 different true endings without missing too much of the story, but I just came to the conclusion that there is 2. If you look at my first playthrough, I mean, sure, the game ended on a true ending, but a lot of things were still vague and we still didn't get the complete story. So I think for everything to be revealed, we just gotta play through it again, and my way of doing so is going to be by just playing through it again, but the parts that are skippable I will skip through. So the parts that are skippable are usually text that I've already been through the first playthrough, so those are parts that we're already familiar with or whatever. So yeah, that's how I'm going to approach this, but other than that, it's going to be sort of a complete playthrough again, but with different options that I've taken from my very first playthrough. So yeah, let's continue, try and find the other 3 endings, true endings. Tonight's concert is taking place at 7 PM at the Manten Live Music Club, Kageru. The indie band Black Rising Crows, being promoted by Koro, the bassist from the major label brand Izayoi, is on the schedule for tonight and a popular topic of conversation. It's not that I'm not interested, but rather than hype, I prefer substance. And anyway, my aim tonight isn't the concert. In contrast to the dazzling fashion buildings, this live music club in a back alley with an underground feel to it. It was not long after I was born that one might say Manten really began to develop. In sync with improvements to it, the station itself became an unquestionable hub for the subway and national railways, and Manten Station was quickly reborn as a terminal stop. The symbol of the town, Manten East Building, was built in the center of the business district. It became an entertainment hub for students, adults, and tourists alike. The stronger the light, the deeper the darkness. Unlike the east side, bustling with visitors from a wide age range, the west side developed as more of a pleasure district. Does that mean what I think it means? There are various bars and other businesses focusing on nighttime entertainment. Yeah, it means exactly what I thought it meant. Although cases of illegal immigrants coming to do manual labor have increased, their higher-ups remain concealed within this forest of people. Their gang-like unions strengthen their pull, forging something of an unspoken agreement with the police. Inevitably, the public order has deteriorated, and this town has become dense with both light and dark. It is within the basement of a building in a back alley in the deepest part of this pleasure quarter beyond the west exit that the live music club Kageru lies. A girl walking alone at this hour runs the risk of being hit on, but with strict rules being enforced these days, almost anyone who learns that the person they're talking to is a student would back off. Anyone looking for an easy target is just spineless. Occasionally, there are those who won't give up. The perverted, creepy types who are thrilled that I'm a junior high student. There's no merit in talking to them, so I ignore them. Well, to be honest, the others are just as worthless. Especially considering I didn't come here to pick up on guys in the first place. As far as the denizens of this back alley are concerned, they seem to have learned to recognize my face, and so conversation attempts have decreased. Ignoring people is quite draining, so I am grateful from the depths of my heart. I have honestly no clue what is going on, yeah? Because what I did was I just clicked start, expecting the game to start at the exact same point as it did in the very beginning, but this seems completely different. Maybe the story continues somehow, or you find it true, or regardless of which true ending you find first, the story just sort of progresses where you find the other 3 endings somehow, or that all of them are connected. I don't know, but I didn't know it would turn out like this, so yeah, let's just continue. It's interesting for sure. Yes, if you add this to the cost of the drinks, it should be exactly 3,000 yen. Yeah, but you're a junior high student, right? Sorry, but after 6 p.m., people under 16. Cheh, must be a newbie. I click my tongue and look at the staff member. I have no recollection of seeing him before. Uh-oh, damn it, why did I skip through that? I've paid my money, so hand over my ticket. This place has never been a stickler for rules. They give minors alcohol and cigarettes all the time. I'm not here for either. I'm just here to listen. If you don't hurry, I'll report this place. I got it. Here, this is it. He falters as I quickly talk him down and hands over my ticket without incident. It's funny that we talk in the I form when we're apparently Sayo. It's not as if someone like me would make a report, but saying so is more than enough to get him to cave. He probably feels the same, seeing me as troublesome and wanting to end the conversation as quickly as possible, which leads him to being careless. Tja, stinks of cigarettes. Oh yeah, Bar Kagaru. I came here to party and boogie down. I come here often, even though I hate the stench of tobacco. Lately many places have separate non-smoking areas, but this Kageru place has an old-fashioned mentality, so the inside is just filled with smoke. I often hear that it's good to be retro, but most of the ones saying this are people over 30. These days, non-smokers have come to hate the secondhand smoke. Since there is a show tonight, the club is packed. The eyes of customers anxiously awaiting the start of the show are gleaming. I weave through the crowd, most of whom aren't paying attention to their surroundings, and reach the drink counter. Club soda, in a bottle. I take my drink from the bartender. Usually this would be mixed with alcohol, but I like to drink it with a little bit of lemon, so I drop a slice in. The faint, refreshing scent of citrus tickles as it mixes with the stench of tobacco in my nose. This is a good spot. I lean against the pillar near the bar and touch the bottle to my lips, sipping the carbonated water. The tingling sensation it gives hits the spot. Oh yeah. You know that feeling, right? Where you feel like you need something and then when you get it, or just it's just mostly just with food or a drink or something, and then you just take one sip and you're like, oh yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. I finally feel relaxed. I probably stand out amongst all of these other high-strung customers, but I'm not really paying them much attention. The reason I came here is to gather information on rumors regarding Manten Aquarium. Surely any junior high schoolgirl in the metropolitan area has heard these stories. Like that on the day of a full moon, the water in the tanks turns to blood, or that fish with human faces swim about, or that those who get lost in the closed down deep sea fish booth never come home. Worthless stories written on the internet, but I can't simply dismiss these stories as meaningless. A murder that took place at Manten Aquarium. Of the many rumors, it's that story in particular that gives me a sense that something is amiss in the real world. The reason why is because the director of Manten Aquarium, my father, Sakuragi Isao, died at Manten Aquarium. Yes, I know. The police records list his death as accidental. In reality, his death is a suspicious one with its cause unknown. There's only one way his body would have ended up torn to pieces in a tank at the aquarium. It's been about 5 years since then, so I was about 10 at the time. Despite how young I was, I didn't believe it was an accident, but with nothing to go on, I had to let it go. However, lately, I've begun hearing these strange rumors. When the rumors started, it was strange that there was no origin to them. I began my search for a source about 2 months ago by hanging around here after hearing that someone from the club Kagaru worked part-time at the aquarium 5 years ago. But nothing's come of it so far. If my efforts are fruitless this time, a night when there should be the most people here, then I've resolved myself to changing the location of my investigation. Ooh, who's that? Oh, this is a surprise? Someone speaks to me in the Kansai dialect, coming off as overly familiar because of it. She doesn't speak extremely fast, so she's probably from the Kyoto area or somewhere around there. It sounds more elegant than the Osaka dialect. Looking at the source of the voice, I'm a bit surprised. It's a girl younger than I. I thought she might be a female otaku with no one to talk to, but really, she seems quite intriguing. That being said, she seems to be looking my way with an odd expression. What? You're creeping me out. Don't say that. I'm Minato Miku. Nice to meet ya. She's not the one I'm looking for. That person had worked part-time 5 years ago, so they couldn't have been this kid. You can't be employed until your first year of high school. Minato wears an outfit covered in frills that seems difficult to move in. She's dressed like my polar opposite. Her outfit is girly, with white as its base color. There's an 80 to 90% chance that someone dressed like that sees themselves as cute. She's probably about 10 centimeters shorter than I am. Only upon sitting in one of the high counter's chair is she brought to my eye level. Hey, Sakuragi-san, right? Minato greets me by my last name. In that moment, I become even more wary of her. I haven't told her my name. I don't like giving my name to people I don't know, so not even the staff or customers here know it. I glare warily at Minato. Don't make such a scary face. Do you not recognize me? Is that why you're looking at me like that? Of course not. We're from the same school. You're from Class B at the Mitsuba Girls Junior High, right? I'm in Class A. We're next to each other. Huh? Mitsuba Girls Junior High is the abbreviated version of Private Girls Academy Mitsuba Junior High. Known throughout the city as a school for rich girls, it is part of a combined junior and high school. Just as Minato says, I am a student there. Since I haven't made any friends, I don't know any of my classmates. Even though it might be uncommon that some of those classmates are people who like bands enough to come to a live music club, it's not abnormal. More than that, the fact that Minato is a classmate is the same age surprises me. From her feet to her head, I look over Minato once more. To be sure, her outfit is unique and brand name, and her fluffy blonde hair shows scrupulous grooming. Putting aside her annoying appearance, annoying? I don't find it annoying. There are definitely many girls at Mitsuba like her. Still, she's so small I can't see her as anything but an elementary school student. Do you doubt me? I want to nod my head, but there's no malicious intent in her having learned my name. I can't see any point in her lying to me, so she must be telling the truth. So, what do you want? I don't want anything. I was just happy seeing a classmate at this hour in a place like this and wanted to talk to you. I see. Sorry, but I don't feel like chatting with you right now. Dang, denied straight up. Sayo-chan, you're like that at school too, right? You're never with anyone. So? It's not a problem if I don't have friends. More importantly, drop the chan. You're the same as me, eh? Huh? What kind of band are you here for, Sayo-chan? Without going too deep, Minato changes the subject. She continues using chan, and since I'm already struggling with her Kyoto dialect, there's a pushiness to her quiet demeanor that's hard to describe. Coupled with her tendency to do things her way, it's troublesome. As I remain silent, Minato puts her lips on the straw in her strawberry milk and looks at me with upturned eyes. I'm not after one particular band. If the songs are good and the band is good, I'll listen. but I don't follow any of them. The fact that she doesn't look away until I answer is a bit frightening. I have no choice but to speak. While I do, I have my preferences. I'm not following any specific one band. It's just a matter of those bands that I hear and consider good. Whenever I go to the live music clubs, it's usually popular bands that aren't very good. I can't stand the ones who just rely on looking good, having a good MC, or acting stupid instead of having real substance. They're obnoxious. There's no point in declaring your success based on anything other than your music. Exactly, let the music talk for you. Although music doesn't really talk, but yeah, you get the point. That's why I dislike these visionless fools at live music clubs, getting their egos inflated by morons and prattling on about their dreams. I dislike the morons who gratefully listen to those fools talking about their dreams even more. Well then, I have a band to recommend. You should give a listen to the one scheduled to go on right before the main act. No. Then why did you come here? If you were here for a certain band and left after, I'd understand. But if you're just vacantly listening, then you should stay till the end so you can learn which bands are good. In reality, I was planning to stay here until the end of the performance to see if anyone stood out to me, but I think I can be forgiven for not wanting to spend extra time with Minato. From the looks of it, you and I don't share the same interests. That's fine. It was worth a try. I finally confirmed that despite what I say, Minato isn't listening at all. In contrast, with her appearance, she's more stubborn than I thought, since moving from here would come off as running away and might offend her. I stay put. Whether she's satisfied or not, she sits down softly. I thought she would talk to me about many things, but she doesn't speak any further. She seems gloomy, giving the feeling that she was disappointed. Sayo-chan, they were good, weren't they? So. After the show, we head back to the station. I didn't really want to talk with her, but trying to convince her not to follow me is too much effort. The nightscape is terribly bright. No way! They had amazing rhythm! Silky Strawberry. Since Minato recommended them, I thought it would be a goth rock band or something, but they were actually a classic rock group. The guitarist and vocalist in particular were the best I saw today. The main act, Izayoi, wasn't bad. It was just a major difference in their level of skill. Because of that, I sort of feel that I shouldn't be so bad if they were here the next time I came. Those lyrics though, I can't get into them. Everything else was good though. Are you really sticking with no good and bad? And they suck for your impressions of the other bands though? Minato is more knowledgeable about music than I expected, telling me her impressions during breaks in the performances. The only thing she takes away from my comments are those three thoughts. There's no value to what I said, so it's understandable. Whenever there's a break in conversation, I realize that Silky Strawberry has come up every time. Thinking back on it, the most unusual thing is that Minato and I don't talk about anything but music. It is more mysterious than suspicious. But that's normal, right? If you've only just met a person, like even an hour ago or 2 hours ago, and you sort of hang out because you have similar interests or seemingly similar interests, that would usually be sort of the main thing that you would talk about at that moment. And then when you sort of hit it off talking about that subject, things start to spread over towards other subjects, I guess. That's usually how it goes, I imagine. I never had human contact before, so I wouldn't know. Speaking of which, I don't particularly initiate most of the conversation. Instead, I'm sulking over my inability to gain any information about Manten Aquarium. I'm thinking that it's because we're playing as Sayo now, right? So I'm guessing the story just starts over, but we're experiencing the story from Sayo's point of view rather than God damn it, I forgot the name from the other girl. How bad am I? But yeah, except from the girl in our previous playthrough, we're just experiencing from a different point of view, I'm guessing, or at least that's how it seems right now. My silence probably persists for 5 minutes. Minato is a slow walker, and I thought about leaving her behind, but even I don't know why I didn't. The one to break the silence, though, quite suddenly, is Minato. You know, I experienced something weird today. I don't respond, continuing to ignore her, but she continues her story anyway. You ever hear of Manten Aquarium? Oh, here we go. I have. Before the event tonight, I used a year pass and went there, but... Dun dun dun. Year pass is the abbreviation for year-long passport. It's a ticket that allows you to enter as many times as you want. At 5,500 yen, tax excluded, did that part really have to be there? You can get one after going to the aquarium 3 times in 1 year. Furthermore, 5 years ago they started selling a pass case set with an illustration and a photography kit. It's a premium version sold at 10,000 yen before tax. It's fairly expensive, but the illustrator is popular with apparel companies, and the design containing all the fish is popular with young women, giving such goods a great deal of value. As additional perks to getting the premium version, you can get the ability to visit the Manten East Building observation deck as much as you please, as well as a 5% discount at some of the restaurants within the building. With so many perks, the year pass has become quite a hit. It was the idea of a Manten Aquarium staff member, but rumor says that they've since left the company. It's not unthinkable that it has some relation to the director, my father's, incident. With that in mind, I wait for the rest of Minato's story. That deep sea fish booth was supposedly closed long ago, right? But I was able to go in. Moreover, there were fish inside. That's not all. The fish were swimming outside of the tank. Huh? Are you stupid? The deep sea fish booth is closed, like you said, so there shouldn't be any fish. Which is why I said it was weird from the get-go. I thought I was daydreaming. I got caught up in that feeling and even spaced out for a bit, so I don't remember everything from that time clearly. Minato is saying something strange. It's frustrating, but that's exactly why I can't ignore it. The story Minato is telling me is part of those ridiculous urban legends I'm investigating. Who did you hear the story from? I didn't. It happened today, but I don't have anyone I thought I could tell. Really? Sometimes there are people who like spreading those kinds of rumors. I told ya, I don't have anyone to talk to about that kind of stuff. In other words, Minato isn't the person I'm looking for, the one who spread the rumors about Manten Aquarium. On the other hand, Minato's observations are in fact giving the rumors some credibility. You're serious? I guess it's natural that you would doubt me after all. It's such a weird story, so I can forgive you for that. I find it weird myself, but I thought you might believe me, Sayo-chan. It's not that I believe you, but it isn't that I don't either. After I say this, the conversation ends. We walk on without a word, and although the distance to the station is short, it seems as if we go on forever. Well, time to go home. I'm going this way. It seems Minato's going the other way. As we're about to part, I call after Minato. Ever since she told me about the bizarre thing that happened to her today, I've been wondering what I should do, and I decide I should choose the most efficient option. Are you free tomorrow night? Yeah. Why? About the deep sea fish booth you say you went to. I can't believe you if I don't see it with my own eyes. If you really did see it, then take me there. So you mean we'll go to Manten Aquarium? Together? We're not going to have fun. We're going to do research. I'll be waiting at the coffee shop at the Manten station at 5. Ocean cruising, right? Okay, I'll go along. For some reason, Minato looks happy. Even though I've asked her to be my guide, she probably isn't inconvenienced by it. No, she's enjoying it. She's like, I got a friend, yes. And so, that's how I parted with Minato. As I gazed out the window of the train, I suddenly remember that, oh yes, tonight is the night of a full moon. Ahoo! Worst wolf howl ever. Wolf howl, rather. So yeah, holy crap. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm a little bit confused because I didn't expect that this would happen, that the story sort of continues from a different perspective, which I actually find really, really awesome. But yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it. So this was another video of Sound of Drop. We're just gonna keep continuing with this side of the story. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll hope to see you in the next video. Peace.